Hi, I'm Marissa. I am Sabbatical Beauty Ambassador, and I am also a Spring Box reviewer. Today, I am reviewing Pearl Serum. Pearl Serum, Nature's Highlighter. I love Pearl. Let me tell you why this is awesome. I have been using it as a highlighter. I don't know if you can see at the bottom. That's pearl powder. You gotta shake it up really good. You know, pearl's really iridescent. It has a really nice, it's not frosty, it's more of like an iridescent, yeah. It's an iridescent glow. If you think of mother of pearl, it's got a nice color shift to it, depending on how the light hits it. That's exactly what it does to my face, and that is probably the main reason why I love it. Not to mention that it works to actually get rid of the dark spots on your skin, the discoloration. It helps to brighten your skin, and it helps to fade dark spots, which is awesome. So on top of having an excellent highlighting effect, it also treats your skin as well. It's got a little bit of a thicker serum. It's pretty high up there on the serum chart. It is probably about as thick as snail, I would say. But you can see it's kind of goopy. But I really love it. Hold on, I just touched my laptop a lot. That's alcohol I'm spraying on my hands. All right. So how I like to apply it, and I showed this on my demo yesterday, but I'm going to do it again, is I'll take one drop, just one drop, and share it between my finger. Some of it got on this finger. I'll share it between my two fingers. Hi, Madeline. And I'm going to put it on my cheekbones. All of the natural places you would highlight with your makeup is where I would apply Pearl. Right on the bridge of my nose and on the tip of my nose, the tip of my chin, and from the arch of my eyebrow and blend up towards my hairline. And one drop is enough for all of that. And there you can see I have like a nice sheen. You can do more if you want. If you have drier skin, you might want a little bit more. It is tacky at first, but it dries down to a smooth matte finish. Not necessarily matte, dry, I would say. It does dry down. You don't feel texture from it after it's fully absorbed, but the sheen is still there, which is pretty awesome. There we go, that's better light. There, you can see it right there. It's so pretty. Ingredients list. Pearl extract, pearl powder, hydrolyzed pearl, niacinamide. That's it. And then the base, which is the preservative to keep this from getting all gross and moldy. And even the preservative is natural. It's like, oh, the preservative booster is natural. It's got a wasabi ginger garlic mix, which is also good for your skin. So yeah, that's it. Pearl extract, pearl powder extract, hydrolyzed pearl, and niacinamide. Voila. This is in the spring box. It's also part of the core collection. It is a favorite amongst us. A lot of us haven't tried it yet. This is actually my first time trying it. It's been on my list for a long time though, so I'm glad I finally got to try it. Adeline says there's also N-acetylglucosamine, which works with niacinamide to brighten. Oh! I must have missed that. I skip over the really long words. So now we're going to talk about a dupe, which is not really a dupe because dupe should actually be cheaper. We're going to talk about a ripoff, basically, is what it is. and their ears must have been burning because earlier today I was on their website doing research and now their website is not working, which I think is hilarious. Somebody said, that girl Marissa from Sabbatical Beauties, she's gonna drag us through the mud. We gotta shut down our site. But I'm gonna tell you what it is. I'm calling them out. Clé de Peau, I might be saying that wrong. Clé de Peau Butte Le Creme. The product is Le Creme. The brand is Clé de Peau Butte. It's a Japanese brand with a French name. Their 50 milliliter jar of brightening pearl moisturizer is $795. $795. Do you know how much groceries I could buy with that? It's like 3 of my car payments. I mean, really though, $795. Let's take a look at their ingredients. So I'm going on the site here. The key benefits are supposed to be that it illuminates, silk and pearl help moisturize and retexturize, helps to diminish the look of fine lines, it firms, it reduces visible sagging, fades dark spots, overall brightness and translucence to skin, because we all want to run around looking translucent. It's supposed to have golden silk essence, Japanese pearl, theanine, I think I'm saying that right, I don't know. All of those 3 things is their illuminating complex that evens skin tone and brightens. Other ingredients are licorice root, pine tree, citrus, and rosemary. Citrus unshoe peel extract. I'm not exactly sure what that is. And rosemary extract. Okay. If you're not on their site, this is their ingredients list, guys. This. I was looking for pearl on here, and I was counting the ingredients until I got to pearl, and I stopped at 70. Yes. No, not 17. 70. 70. And there was still a bunch more after that. The first ingredient is water. The second is something I can't pronounce. The third is butylene glycol. The fourth is glycerin, which are both really cheap humectants. Something I don't know. Squalene, benyl, alcohol, talc. It just goes on and on and on. There's petrolatum. There's sterile alcohol. There's like so many different alcohols on here. There's petroleum. There's parabens. There's parabens listed in this ingredients list. This $800 cream has parabens. It's so stupid. Fragrance is all the way up here. That's less than half of the list. It's all the way up here, fragrance. I don't even start seeing the active ingredients until, let's see, right here. That one citrus unshoe peel extract, I have no idea what that is. That's the first one I see. It's the first one I notice. Oh no, hydrolyzed silk comes before that. Okay, so hydrolyzed silk all the way down here. Okay, so you guys want to know where pearl is? Because who wants to guess? Give me guesses. Where do you think on this list pearl is? Show me hands. We'll go, let's say, in quarters. First, second, third, or fourth quarter. Where do you think pearl is? Oh, you know, this is a better one. Which ingredient from the last do you think pearl is? I'm just going back to, okay, so Madeline says fourth. Okay, because it's not listed as pearl on here. I had to ask Adeline, what's the other name for pearl? It is, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. It is 5th from the last ingredient. It's listed as hydrolyzed conchiolin protein. I think, am I saying that right, Adeline? The first half of the word looks like conch. Hydrolyzed conchiolin protein. That's what you're paying $800 for. You big dummies! Buy Sabbatical Beauty. But yeah, it just blows my mind how people just take advantage of consumers. But what blows my mind even more is that people will buy it just because it's expensive or because it's in a pretty jar, which looks plastic, by the way. I'm going to go back and look at some of these comments. Adeline says, basically it's cheap fillers and fragrance. Fragrance can't be more than 2%. Wow, fragrance can't be more than 2% of the product, and it's all the way up here. Fragrance is all the way up here, and it can't be more than 2%. So how much pearl do you think is even in there? That is so crazy. Madeline says, more ingredients, more chance for allergic reactions. True. That's why people are so skeptical of skincare. Like, people have lost hope. They don't expect much. They think that if they spend more money, it's actually going to work, when that's not always the case, is because, you know, they're so used to, like, this being the standard. This ingredients list is the standard. If this costs $800, then why would anybody want to pay for a 4 and 5 ingredient something? They're not going to think it works, but it does. Keep it simple, stupid, right? Simple. You put the stuff that works in there. You put the stuff in there to keep it from getting moldy, and you put it on your face, and it works. $800. I mean, what are they paying for? Are they paying for bragging rights? Are they paying, I mean, are you going to walk down the street holding your $800 jar of cream, you know, and be like, hey, I got an $800 jar of cream. I'm rad. No. It's going to sit on your vanity. It's going to collect dust. You're going to get pissed at it because it's not working. And you're going to feel dumb for spending that much money. Let's see. Madeline says, greed is everywhere. So, so true. Dar says, I've used Clé de Peau. It's not worth the money. I actually have several unused samples of their products because it wasn't worth it. I bet not. I mean, especially, there are parabens in it. For $800, you'd think they'd at least make it 7 free, right? 7 free. Free of all the 7 dangerous stuff, ingredients that's not supposed to go anywhere on your body. But no, it's got all 7 probably. Just scrolling back. Okay, I think I'm all caught up on comments. Dara says, I literally just wiped the dust off of my samples to see if I had the one you were looking for. Did you? Adeline says, I got so mad reading this ingredients list after Elise No posted it. I told Marissa she needed to take it down. Yep, and I'm having a good time too. It's just, it upsets me so much. They are everything that's wrong with the beauty industry today. Look at how well Sabbatical Beauty is doing. We've grown so much just in the time that I started using it. The community has, like, I don't know, tripled, quadrupled since I started. And our stuff works. Like, see, okay, this is the thing. When I worked in cosmetics, when I did retail, I did not like the amount of pressure that was put on to us to be salesmen, basically. because my selling style, now don't get me wrong, my sales were really good, but my selling style wasn't aggressive enough for the big bosses. What I would do is I would sit people down, find out their concerns, and talk to them. I would have a conversation with them about our products. And if they loved what they heard and they asked me to ring it up, I would do that. If they said they needed to think about it, I would take down their email address and their number, call them up in a week or two, ask them how they're doing with their sample, and, you know, if they don't love it, oh well. My sales were good. They weren't phenomenal, but my return rate was low, and that's what matters. Because I took the time to create a connection with the person in my chair. And I called everyone clients or guests. Everyone else called them customers. To me, this is my Target background, working at Target. I called them guests or clients. I took the time to really get to know them, to know their lifestyle, to know their skin, to know what they wanted. And although my sales weren't great, you know, my return rate was low. And that's not always the first thing that, you know, people see when they're going over my numbers. They see sales and they see this number that's in the average area. But when they look at returns, they don't take that into consideration. I know I did a lot of returns for a lot of the same people who had phenomenal sales. Their returns were also phenomenal, you know, but I want to create lasting connections with people. I want to make sure that they come back. I don't want to have a revolving door of clients. I want people who stay. I want to build a community around me. I want people who trust me and trust that I know what they're looking for, even though they can't properly communicate it to me. That is a real salesperson's job. That is a person's job who actually does care about the consumer. So anyway, back on track. This is why I love Sabbatical Beauty, because I love talking about it. I love talking about all the benefits. I love talking about how natural it is, how it just has what it needs in it, and how effective it is. Our great community that is so supportive of each other, and even through all of our flaws that we all acknowledge each other's flaws, but we use them to help better ourselves. We don't sell the product by making us feel bad about ourselves. We sell the product by making us feel good about ourselves. And why would you keep going back to something that makes you feel horrible? You want to go back to something that makes you feel good. And that's what I love about Sabbatical Beauty. It's such a different business model than the other skincare lines that I've worked for, or even makeup. It's always, oh yeah, cover this up and do this. This is a quick fix. This will satisfy you for now. No, we here at Sabbatical Beauty, we want you guys to have lasting effects and lasting relationships with everybody that's involved in this community. So when I talk about something, you can hear in my voice that when I talk about something, I really believe in it. And that's why I'm so glad that Adeline chose me to be ambassador, because I really, really love talking about stuff that I love. So, yeah, Pearl Serum is amazing, and $800 cream is not, so please save your money and spread the word. Don't let people continue to put this poison on their face. The skin is the quickest way to absorb something into your bloodstream. I don't know if you all know that, but yeah, it's, aside from shooting it up your veins, your skin is the largest organ in your body, and it is the quickest way to absorb something and have it go into your bloodstream. Don't continue to let your friends poison themselves. So I'm going to scroll back again and look through these comments. Yeah, a lot of aggressiveness at the malls, and that's why I tried to be like the breath of fresh air there. I was just kind of the girl that hung back and observed, and when I noticed I like to observe people before I approach them. It's what we call style stepping. I'm not gonna, if you look like you're a little uncomfortable or out of place, I'm not gonna be like, hey, what can I get for you today? You know, of course, I'm gonna scare them away. They're gonna go running. I like to sit back and observe people before I approach them. A lot of places you have like a 10 to 20 second wait time before you approach somebody. Like if you don't like go up to that person in that amount of time, you'll get a talking to. But I'm not like that. I like to make sure I get a good grasp on what this person's about and how to approach them. So if you're timid, I'm going to feel that. I'm going to be gentle with you. If you're excited about something, I'm going to be excited too. Are you guys all as excited about Pearl as I am right now? If you guys have lots of questions, I'm here to answer it for you. If you guys know your stuff and you know what you're talking about already and you have all of this knowledge, I'm not going to put my 2 cents in there unless you ask me a question. I'm not here to sound like I'm smarter than you. I'm just here to feed you all the information you're looking for. So if you guys have any other questions, and I don't blame you all for being scared of the makeup. I don't even like going there. I do not like going to makeup counters. I buy most of my stuff online. Unless I need to go and swatch colors on myself, and usually like I'll pretend I'm on my phone or have headphones on or something so that nobody talks to me. Alright, I think I'm caught up. If I missed a comment or a question, I am so sorry. You guys probably heard my baby screaming. Oh, here she is. Hi, kitty baby. You want to say hi to everybody?
Yeah, I'm shy.
You're shy? Okay, come on. Everybody say hi to kitty. Say hi, baby. Up here, up here. I know I'm down here too, but we're up here. Yes, I will tell Melody you all say congratulations. And I'll go back and read all your comments. If you're catching the replay, please don't hesitate to leave a comment or a question. And if you are watching on YouTube, please subscribe to our channel. I know we don't have the most polished looking videos, but we have the realest videos. And we will be honest with you. We don't have anything to hide. All of our ingredients are natural. They're effective. All active ingredients. We have such a great community. Join our Facebook community. Even if we don't get to your questions right away, we have all of these women in our Facebook group who are so eager to answer your questions and give you recommendations. They're all tried and true customers, and you'll feel it. Sometimes I know it's hard to imagine that you could feel energy through a computer screen, but I feel the energy of the Sabbatical Beauty group, and it always makes me feel happy. You ready for dinner, baby? Yeah? Okay, say bye-bye to everybody. Bye.